The 7 signs that show you have an emotional eating disorder. Your diet and emotional eating. This video highlights 7 signs or symptoms that show you've an emotional eating disorder, together with a simple self-assessment to help determine the root cause of the problem. And from there, you can take action to treat your emotional eating disorder. Emotional eating isn't recognized as its own, separate eating disorder. However, it's a problem because it can lead to multiple health issues. Also, emotional eating is frequently seen as a behavior that accompanies classic eating disorders, sometimes as a cause and sometimes as a symptom. So, how do you determine if you've a full-blown emotional eating problem or not? Feel free to leave a comment below this video. And if you're serious about watching this and other videos on our channel, please subscribe and kindly click the grey bell icon to be notified of future videos being uploaded to the Natural Health Guys channel. Here are those 7 signs or symptoms that show you've an emotional eating disorder. Number 1. You feel a strong hunger pang or urge. Real hunger builds up slowly. Emotional eating can happen at any time, and if not recognized as such, it easily becomes a habit. The urge to eat can be sudden and sometimes overwhelming, and this isn't how the normal, physiological hunger process works. Number 2. You eat mindlessly. You eat just for the sake of eating, while you're watching TV or reading a newspaper, and before you know it, all you have around you are several empty fast food wrappers. Number 3. You never feel full. When you eat in response to physical hunger, you eventually feel full to know when to stop eating. With emotional hunger, you continue to have the urge to eat more within a short time after eating your main meal. Number 4. Emotional hunger is satisfied by specific comfort foods. If you went without eating for 2 or 3 days, even the most horrible tasting vegetables would be consumed rapidly. Normal hunger means eating just about anything to satiate your hunger signal. If your eating is emotion-based, you will want nothing but chocolate, or a pizza, a cheeseburger, ice cream, or some other specific unhealthy, comfort food. Number 5. Your hunger signals don't come from your stomach. We've all had a growling in our stomach telling us to eat. Emotional hunger is often a mental craving, instead of being a signal from your gut. Number 6. Eating causes feelings of guilt, regret, shame, and self-hatred. When your body sends out a signal to your brain to tell you to eat for nutrition-based reasons, you don't usually suffer from negative emotions after eating. Number 7. You eat more when you're in a particular situation or environment. Many emotional eaters develop stress-related patterns of poor eating behaviors. For example, you overeat unhealthy comfort foods. 1. In the company of other people. 2. In your car when driving anywhere. 3. While watching television or at the cinema. 4. When studying for a test, or 5. In some other stressful situation on a regular and repetitive basis. Summary and conclusion. It appears there are 5 key steps to knowing if you have an emotional eating disorder, as follows. 1. Be consciously aware, and own up to yourself that you might have a problem, or take heed of what reliable family members and friends are saying to you. 2. Identify when and where you have hunger pangs, urges and cravings for comfort food, especially outside of normal meal times. 3. Make a note of your emotions and feelings during those periods, so that you can recognize patterns. Then ask yourself if the habits that have been created from your eating patterns can be easily stopped, or if you continually give in to the cravings. If you struggle to overcome the urges and hunger pangs, then you likely have an emotional eating disorder. And this leads to a further 2 critical steps to help you overcome the emotional eating disorder. 4. Differentiate between your symptoms and the root cause. This is crucial, because trying to deal with the symptoms is a very short-term and costly strategy. And it doesn't give you the mental strength to withstand any further hunger urges that arise in the future, especially if you're continually in a stressful environment, such as at your workplace. 5. Determine what the real or root cause is. And then take immediate action. Here are a number of causes and solutions that you might relate to. 1. A stressful work environment, where you're under pressure to meet deadlines. In this case, either employ an assistant or change your job. 2. A lack of energy and feeling of laziness. When feeling like this, go for a walk, a run or a cycle ride, and make it a regular daily occurrence. 3. Feeling irritable or argumentative. Go and pour yourself a glass of water or put the kettle on for a cup of herbal tea. The underlying theme here is to take action and take your mind off any hunger pangs between regular meal times. So, while you're helping yourself to tackle the emotional aspects of your eating, the main issue to concern yourself with is your overall diet, with the following 8 key points to bear in mind. 1. Continually eating fast food, packaged and processed food, and food that is devoid of healthy nutrients, minerals and vitamins is damaging your body, including the brain. 2. If you already have stomach problems, skin problems or any health problem for that matter, you very likely have chronic inflammation and dysbiosis of the gut, and you're probably already on the road to a state of prediabetes. 3. Insist on taking a blood sugar test. This measures the average sugar levels in your blood for type 2 prediabetes and diabetes. It's typical in the UK, and it's probably the same in most countries, for local GPs and health practitioners to only test you when you show symptoms of prediabetes and diabetes. That's crazy. Why wait to know if your body is already sick when you can test yourself long before showing symptoms? In the US, 1 in 3 people have type 2 prediabetes, and 1 in 5 are expected to be diagnosed with full-blown diabetes by 2025. Even more people don't realize they have prediabetes or diabetes, so these figures are even worse, and are continually getting worse. If left undiagnosed and untreated, type 2 diabetes is a killer, so don't wait to react to what your doctor says. Be proactive, and take responsibility for your health long before symptoms start showing by taking a blood sugar test. 4. When your body is inflicted with underlying health issues that you either know of or don't currently know about, then attempting to solely suppress the emotional eating disorder symptoms is fruitless. 5. Go and see a health specialist who knows what they're talking about, and who will go to the very root cause of your emotional eating disorder. 6. As referred to in previous videos, an initial blood test that measures your cellular health and essential fatty acids level in your blood gives you and the health specialist a reliable idea of what's going on inside your body, so that you can then plan your recovery. When combined with the blood sugar test, you and your doctor should have sufficient information to effectively deal with your emotional eating disorder. 7. One thing to remember in all of this regarding chronic inflammation and your cellular health is that chronic inflammation is as much a scourge of your physical well-being as it is of your mental and emotional well-being. 8. If you have an emotional eating disorder, then seriously consider this, as chronic inflammation has already damaged the cells that create or amplify the very emotions that you fail to resist, so that you end up eating the very food that creates the chronic inflammation in the first place. Don't you think it makes sense to find out if your cellular health is in or out of balance as of now? We hope you found this video, The 7 Signs That Show You Have an Emotional Eating Disorder, helpful and of interest, so please feel free to share with people you think will also find this video worth watching. And don't forget to leave a comment or ask a question in the comments section below this video. To get more videos like this one, become an exclusive subscriber of this channel by clicking on the subscribe button in the bottom right corner of this video. And click the grey bell icon to get notified of when the next video is uploaded. If you'd like more information about the secrets of eating disorders, check out the other videos in this series by clicking on the end screen coming up. And finally, many thanks for watching.